So before anything, I think it's very proper before we even go into the introduction to really invite our mother, who will now come speak to us, welcome us officially, and then we'll go straight to the introduction. She is the Director of Tourism here in the FCT. She's a woman that believes in good dreams. She's our mother, a woman we don't play with. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me as I invite Madam Anne Dogo to the microphone, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Let me start by greeting His Royal Highness. Okay. Good evening, sir. I'm a friend from Upland. Good to see you. General Local, glad to see you. Chief Kaindi, good to see you. Mr. Mohammed, it's a pleasure seeing you. A quite number of you, very important people, but I know that I may not know you by name. Mrs. Mondo, glad to have you two in our midst. So please do forgive me if I did not call your name. It's because I guess I shouldn't have started with identifying individuals. Now I'm in trouble. I can't call everybody's name. But please do know that you're all welcome. I won't say much because we'll just wait a little while and my boss will be here, the Monday Secretary of Social Development Secretariat. He will welcome you appropriately. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Tourism. FCT is a state that has all these potentials. Why now?
Okay, thank you very much for this question. Tourist, like you said, tourism, FCT, why now? There's no any better time than now. Well, we expect that we should have started long before now. But in any case, it's better late than never. We know that there's need for us to look for sources to build our economy away from oil. There has been a long campaign before now to promote non-oil products. So away from oil, tourism is one product that is very sellable, that is very attractive, that has what it takes to jumpstart any nation's economy. So for FCT, it's a very green area. It's a green land in the sense that FCT is a bit flat. Flat in the sense that not much of tourism has been put in place for people to visit and for people to be able to enjoy and patronize. However, FCT has fantastic landscape, has fantastic natural endowment. So if well harnessed, has what it takes to change the narrative of FCT as far as the IGR is concerned. Which is why now the FCT Tourism Department understands that very well and understands the direction of this administration, because they seem to have a focus on tourism, to leverage, to key into the government program, to leverage on the potentials of FCT as the conference city, to ensure that we maximize that opportunity for the economic growth of the FCT.
So in specifics, you are believing that this is an innovation. Having volunteers in the sector, tourism is actually a response to achieve this strategy.
Okay, volunteerism is not new actually, even in the country, but tourism volunteerism is something that we just started, volunteering in this specific sector. What we know that we stand to gain, one, is it's going to provide jobs for young people, it's going to improve the economic activity of the city, and part of what we're planning to do is to ensure that we prepare the ground for tourism to thrive, starting from the grassroots, the various area councils. We have people with various skills. We have the professionalism to go in and begin to translate those various skills into new products that the people with the skills never imagined that they could translate their skills to such products. That we intend to do is one of the phases we are going to embark on, to train people to have crafts, to have things that are exciting, things that a tourist cannot come and go without dropping their money because they want to have one or two souvenirs, attractive souvenirs. We have what it takes to achieve that, and FCT Tourism Department is looking into that, partnering with volunteers like today. And I'm so glad that the caliber of people that are turning up and accepting to be volunteers is very, very encouraging. It means Nigeria is heading for greatness through tourism. Thank you.
So without much ado, let me just run through some recognitions here as quickly as possible. From the National Broadcasting Commission, we have James Schweibel. We have a member of the Association of Movie Producers, Ricky Mwajofo. We have a member of the Afro-Caribbean Chambers of Culture and Tourism, Honorable Kadri S. Kainde. You're most welcome. We have the CEO of Caldox System, Dr. Mba Bernard. We have, I think he's from Upland Realtors Limited, Ishaya Bitrus. Please let us be meeting you. If you call your name, just wave so that I can see you and the person. So that peradventure I have a business deal, I will know who to meet. We also have from the FCT Tourism Department, Aibo Muji Ijeagbai Kelvin. Did I call that name though? You know I'm an Akwa Ibom man, so pronunciation sometimes they worry. We have also in our midst His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Usman Nga Kopi. Welcome, Your Majesty. We also have from Caldox System, Safinat Musa. We have from the Arewa Youth for Peace and Security, Comrade Saliu Dantata. We have a Director of Protocol and Public Relations from the Presidency, Honorable Princess Sandra. Welcome, ma'am. This is the President, do you know? I hope he's fine. Tell him we are supporting him. Also of the Department of Tourism, Alfaki Rabiu Zengme. Welcome, sir. We also have from Elbook Engineering Nigeria Limited, Ruth Benjamin. We have from the Nigerian Olympic Committee, which I want to be a member, we have Mohammed Abdullahi. Thank you, my fellow Olympian, because I need to lose this weight. We're recognizing everybody, even our chief driver is also here, Emmanuel Samuel. It's just good to have you around. I also have in our midst from the FCT Tourism SDS, Joyce Garba. We're still getting some more names, I'll still do some more recognitions as the time rolls by. We also have in our midst our big mama here. She is a sister to our mommy, and she is the acting director in Art and National Gallery of Art, and you're a curator, right? That's the chief curator of National Art Gallery, and she has promised us for an event, because this is just a stepping stone to the event we're going to be having, which is going to be the full unveiling of the Tourism Volunteer Network of the FCT. Okay, I just been informed the mandate secretary is here. Okay, the mandate secretary of the STS. Oh yeah. So now without much ado, we have a video we want to play before I will now respectfully invite the mandate secretary. The mandate secretary to now come and just welcome us. You know, the director said it earlier, like she's not the one that will welcome us, but the mandate secretary will do that. So sir, you're most welcome. So let's just watch this for a few seconds and then we will invite you to the microphone. And for those that have not yet been recognized, we're still going to do that. It's coming in batches. Let's go.
Monday Secretary Social Development Secretariat. I endorse FCT Volunteers Network. I'm Abbas Usman Danjuma, Deputy Director, Administration, Social Development Secretariat. I hereby endorse FCT Tourism Volunteer Network.
Welcome everyone to FCT Tourism Volunteer Network. FCT Volunteer Network is a concept that was started by the FCT Tourism Department. The purpose of this volunteer network is to ensure that we have Nigerians who are willing to contribute their quota to the tourism sector to ensure that we maximize the benefits of tourism, as everyone knows that tourism is a catalyst that can jumpstart any nation's economy. That much we are aware of, and we know that as government we cannot do it alone. So what we have done is to reach out to Nigerians who have accomplished their dreams in so many spheres of life. Well-established, well-accomplished people, captains of industries, people who have reached the peak of their careers, to join us in this volunteerism to ensure that FCT becomes the #1 destination. We also want to change the narrative about volunteerism. People believe that when you're volunteering, it's because you don't have a job, you don't have what to do, that's why you just go and volunteer. Who knows, just in case you might get a job, or probably get some stipends paid to you. No, we want to change the narrative. As you can see, the people who are gathered here today, these are people who are well established, who have accomplished a lot in life, who are from different spheres of life, and are captains of industries. They have reached the peak of their careers.
When the game is over, I won't work hard.
These are the people who are coming here indicating to volunteer with the FCT Tourism. To do what? Nothing other than to contribute their quota, their time, their resources, their everything to ensure that the capital city becomes the #1 tourist destination. And so it means that for anybody coming from any part of the world to Nigeria, they expect to see the best the Black nation has to offer. So as Nigerians and in the capital city, we have enormous potentials of tourism. That hasn't been harnessed much. But the FCT Tourism Department has positioned itself with the support of the Mandate Secretary, Honorable Ibrahim Aminu, and the Minister of State, and of course the Minister of FCT, have a focus on tourism. And so we are poised to support their vision for tourism in turning FCT to become the #1 destination in Africa. The potentials are enormous. So join us.
Please, once again, let's invite Honorable Aminu to the microphone, please. Can we give him a round of applause?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Over here. And also the new friends. Well, I don't have to say much. But the volunteer group, I was with them last week. In my office, we had this meeting, and I know about this program. Despite the fact I have some other things to attend to. just decided that at least to show my support on it and my backing on it. And what I wanted to emphasize on this is that I have spoken with them. We sit down and discuss about this volunteer group. And this volunteer group, it is essential to put this committee and this group, which I am the chairman of the committee, which is, I have already told them that whatever necessary they needed from me, I'll give them my best. And this yes is for them. And all what I'm saying is for you people to join hands, making sure that this volunteer group that we are into and everybody that is into succeeded. My friend is over there. I've seen him. So he's among the volunteer group. So what I'm saying in this volunteer group, it is a task that we have decided and sit down and map it out to see how the tourism will be perfected here in Abuja. And all we needed is the support and the political will to do it. I have told my director that I'll give you all the necessary support. I'll give my best to make sure that tourism succeeded in Abuja. On this occasion, what I wanted to tell you is that the committee should know that I'm with them. So the only thing I can say that is God bless everybody and God bless this committee, and I wish the best.
We'll still be doing some more recognitions, but while we're getting the list compiled, can all the volunteers in the building just wave their hand? You know you're a volunteer. Whether we put you inside or not put you, as far as you do, you're a volunteer. So just everybody wave. We are all volunteers. Monday secretary, sir, you are a volunteer. Even His Majesty, our king, is waving. So everybody, by choice, by entrance, by association, by affiliation, by everything, you are all volunteers. So every volunteer, please can we clap for ourselves at this point in time. Let me invite one of us who is also a very super volunteer. All the video works you've just seen that's been going on was done by this young man. And he's also a fantastic musician. He's going to come and sing a song for us about this great country, Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the microphone, Favor Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. Put your hands together for yourselves. We're proud Nigerians, and I'm a Nigerian too. Are you a Nigerian? Okay. So we all have our Nigerian story. What is your Nigerian story? If I will live 1,000 years, I will say one word until I die. If I travel 1,000,000,000 miles, that word will come off my strides. And if you ask me, friend, where I'm from, I'll clear my throat to crack my voice and say, I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. We are Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. We are Nigerians. If I would speak or light up a candle, if I must say one word I want to hear my children say, is that I'm a Nigerian. We are Nigerians. I'm a Nigerian. We are Nigerians. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. This is my song of unity. Let's come together and be one Nigerians. This is my call for unity. Let's come together and be one Nigerian. Everybody, I'm a Nigerian. This is what my mama says I am. I'm a Nigerian. This is what my father left for me. My treasure, my heritage, my pride and fantasy. One heritage for all, everybody. I'm a Nigerian. Come on, sing it. I'm a Nigerian. We are Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. We are Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian.
Whether you like it or not, I'm a Nigerian. I believe with that song that should be our mantra everywhere we go. Because like me, I always tell people I am an Abogotibema and that's where I come from and I'm always proud. So firstly, I'm a Nigerian. Can we clap for that song one more time? Well, I was when I came in, the first person that gave me a smile was my boss. At one time, very senior special assistant to the FCT Minister on Health and Hospital Management, Dr. Ejike Ojisa. It's good to see you. He's always a supporter of anything that has to do with moving FCT to the next level. He was at our rock festival and all that. So without much ado, let me just invite Upland. Upland, if you're here, please, we can just take a quick presentation from Upland. Upland is an estate management company, and they are also into tourism. So we'll just give us a small presentation, and immediately after that, we'll take one more presentation, and then I bring in the team lead of the volunteers, Tourism Volunteer Network here in the FCT, Ambassador Phil Roberts, who will now come and give us a full overview of why we are here. Please, Upland, can we clap for Upland? Thank you.
Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Mandate Secretary, the Royal Highness. Permit me to stand on existing protocol. Just to say welcome to all the volunteers here this evening. It's such a delight and a privilege to be here. I guess we all know why we are here. It's for a noble cause. It has to do with tourism. Apparently, I can say I'm a tourist when you talk about visiting other countries, right? As a matter of fact, I just came back from an Europe tour, not quite 2 weeks. And it was quite an informative and educative period for me, because it brought a lot of exposures to me. And when I was approached by the director of the tourism department, Mrs. Anne Dogo, about this laudable initiative. I believe 100% that it is the right time for it, and immediately I put in my support. So I want us to give her a round of applause, please. Not so many Nigerians are thinking, with no budget on how they can move things forward. Tourism today is a major activity people engage in all over the world for various reasons too. In more developed climes and also in African countries like Egypt, Rwanda, Kenya, Morocco, tourism is a major source of revenue for these countries and their citizens. By embracing tourism in the FCT, Nigerians and most, especially the FCTarians, stand to enjoy a lot of benefits that accompany tourism and tourist centers all over the world. For instance, increase in revenue for the states and private individuals, job creation, strengthening of local economy, conservation of our natural environment and cultural assets, contribution to our local infrastructural development. Not to bore us so much, for those of us that have been tourists outside the country, I guess you know how big the industry is. It is a very huge industry. And Abuja is the federal capital territory, of Nigeria. We shouldn't see anything less. It is time everybody put hands together. There's no, like they will say, what can you do for your country? Not just what your country can do for you. Those are the things that have spurred us into action, that made me believe in this cause. Other than the financial benefit that everybody stands to gain. I was in Rome, and you couldn't get a hotel to stay because everybody needed to visit the ancient city of Rome every blessed day. And so many Nigerians are ever going to invest in Airbnb there because at the end of the day, you pay the least amount you could see for just a small accommodation, just a small room is over 150, 200 euro. That's over 200,000 naira per night. That's what you pay because you have to be there. And here in the FCT, we all know, even the minister graciously has decided to put a check on some of those empty houses. Some of those houses could be very lucrative for Airbnb, where tourists, when they visit the country, visit the state, you make money on a daily basis from those things. So it is a huge industry with a huge market and a very big potential. So I want us to all join our hands together. Not saying too much, we all know the challenges we face. Some of our tourist sites and tourist locations are already decaying. Many of them need rehabilitations. And that's why we are here. We've also identified 1 or 2 sites where we can voluntarily, without the assistance of the government or anybody, invest some of our resources there to say, okay, let us contribute our own quota to giving back to the society by renovating some of these places. We're in discussions with the director of the tourism department to identify some of these places and see how we can contribute our own efforts, in rehabilitating some of these places, and also to put initiatives in place. Thank you. And also to put initiatives in place so that when tourists start to visit the state, there will be enough sites, enough tourist destinations for them to see, and give them we all know how the transportation is in Abuja. It's pretty decent compared to other states or compared to Lagos. So we have everything that it takes to make this a world-class tourist destination. You need to visit Egypt and see what is happening there. You have loads and loads of foreigners trooping in day and night. You have luxury buses filled up every day. And it's an African country, all because of their tourist attractions. So we also need to do that here. We need to replicate that here. And as the giant of Africa, and as FCT as the capital of this country, there's so much more that we can do. Thank you very much.
There's one simple message. Let's do it together. Because together we can make Abuja the FCT and Nigeria a greater place. Volunteerism is a call to higher service, and it does not have any dichotomy in age, in race, in religion, or any kind of ethnicity. It's about bringing together what is valuable to each and every one of us and presenting it to the world. So that's my message. Let's do it together. Together we can. Otumba Adisa Fakunda.
Thank you so much for that brief speech. Can we clap again, please? Yeah, I just said something true. Anytime I drive through Maitama, Asokoro, and some part of FCT, I see plenty fine houses, and they are very empty. And I keep thinking what I can do with those houses. Thank you for enlightening us. Oga, I'll partner with you to look for them. I'll seize them. Okay. I did introduce Mommy Princess earlier on. Mommy, as the head of protocol from the presidency. I also have, please let me have my list. Okay. I have the executive editor, leadership newspaper, Sunday. Wow. Sorry, my eyes get wahala. Okay, Sunday Inside Vogue, Le Vogue magazine, representing Nikki Art Gallery, Mama Nikki Odu. Is this Kwaran? I'm an Akwa Ibom man, so pronunciation of names sometimes can be a problem. So let me just say Nikki. Nikki Odu, please. Help me now. Is it Kiran? The way they wrote it, it looks confusing. Please, Nikki Odu Kiran, please. Can we clap for her, please? Thank you so much. I know you, but I was trying to recalibrate. Also, we have a Director of Protocol and Public Relations, Southwest, Campaign Council Office of the Zonal Director of Southwest, and not the political party, but now campaign. Please, Honorable Princess Oladile, please, can we clap for her, please? So, I think I am done with this, so I'll just go straight to bring out the next speaker who will just do a small presentation. You know, we're looking at everything now. The world is going digital. Some things are now falling into the AI, even though I'm already scared because things like that might take over my job. Now, I have a brother who is the CEO of Caldos System, who is going to do us a presentation that has to do with the digitalization of volunteerism and also taking us to another level. So let's welcome the CEO of Caldos System. So he's coming to talk to us about the leveling and using tourism and using technology to boost tourism. Let's invite Dr. Bernard Mba, please.
Good evening, the Mandate Secretary, the Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, volunteers, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Bernard Mba. Trained as a physician, but now an IT person. I'm the CEO of Caldos Systems. My presentation is going to be based on leveraging technology to boost tourism in FCT. I'm going to do a small demonstration. I don't know how many of us are familiar with ChatGPT. Okay, so I think a lot of us are familiar with ChatGPT. So we're going to do a small demonstration, and this is going to form the foundation of the presentation I want to make. So here we have an AI chatbot called Gidi, but this is off ChatGPT. So this is just a demonstration, and this will make us understand what I want to tell us here. Now, I've asked it, what is your name? You say, you can call me Gidi, your AI tourist guide for Federal Capital Territory. How can I assist you today? And I've said, how are you today? You say, thank you for asking, and all that. And I can say, okay, what are the tourist sites in the FCT? Okay. And okay, so it's giving me that answer. All right. So now imagine a foreigner coming to Nigeria for the first time, or even someone in Nigeria coming to FCT to explore the sights and sounds. Now this becomes a very, very good tool that is going to guide me and make my stay in FCT very comfortable. Now so with this now, we're going to, at least when I'm talking, we probably will understand better what it is I'm talking about. So basically, I'm talking about an AI tourism chatbot, just like demonstrated, and this is called Gidi, for promoting Nigeria's tourism sector. Now the objective of the presentation is we want to liaise with government and private sector to create and implement this chatbot as described. Nigeria has untapped tourism potential. We've talked about the rich cultural heritage. There's diversity, home to a diverse range of ethnic groups, each with its unique cultural traditions, festival and art forms. Then there's this historical significance. We have so many historical sites, monuments, artifacts that showcase our role in the trans-Saharan trade, colonial history, and pre-colonial kingdoms. We have diverse landscapes, natural wonders, wildlife, vibrant communities, we have local markets, we have festivals. Now, what is the role of technology in unlocking this tourism potential? First, we have the changing traveler expectations. Everything is modernized now, and we're expected to also change with time, become modern. There is a personalized experience. We have an AI-powered tourism chatbot which offers a personalized and interactive experience. And there's the real-time information. Visitors can access up-to-date information on attractions. We have the positive user experience. And then, most importantly, we have the global competition. In an era of global competition for tourist dollars, leveraging technology becomes imperative to be able to stand out. Now, government support for technological innovation, it aligns with the vision of the present government. Investing in innovative solutions aligns with the government's vision for a technologically advanced and economically vibrant Nigeria, and also the economic impact of it. Now, the conclusion at this point is there's a strategic need to unlock Nigeria's tourism potential, and Gidi, the proposed AI tourism chatbot, will serve as a gateway to showcase Nigerians' beauty, history, and culture, ultimately contributing to the growth of the tourism sector. Now, what are the key features of Gidi? Destination information. So when you chat with Gidi, these are the features that you expect from it. One is going to give you a comprehensive insight, which is a detailed information on tourist attractions, historical sites, cultural events, and natural landmarks across the FCT. Also, there is the user engagement. I mean, you saw me chatting with that. That was quite engaging, yes? Now, you have interactive maps. Gidi is going to give you interactive maps. So if, for instance, I've never been to FCT, I can actually go to Gidi and say I want to visit Villa, for instance. Now, with the interactive map, I can have a 3D experience of what Villa looks like. You know, so that is one feature, key feature that Gidi is going to have. We're going to have language support, so Gidi should be able to speak more than 140 languages. Okay? Then you have real-time updates, live information on events, festivals, real-time weather and conditions. If we're going to have an event, let's say tomorrow, I don't think it will be available on Google. But Gidi is able to capture all those things, and so it gives you live information on some of these things. Current affairs, if you ask ChatGPT, who is the current mandate secretary on SDS in FCT, he doesn't know. He doesn't even know who is the current FCT minister, okay, because the knowledge stops 2021, but Gidi is going to have current information. Now, accommodation recommendations. Our brother here talked about, you know, getting a place in Rome. So with Gidi is going to, because it's personalized, because one very important feature about Gidi is when you interact with it, it learns your taste. And so any recommendation is going to make to you, or further interactions is going to with you is going to be personalized, highly personalized. So what it's going to tell me is going to be different from what it tells the next person. Okay, so accommodation recommendations, you have guidance on lodging, provide recommendations for hotels, lodges, guest houses based on user preferences. Local cuisine highlights, we have travel tips, virtual tours, I think we already mentioned something like this, and then, so the benefits of the key features of Giddy, one is increased engagement. It engages the user, so they can actively plan their trips, leading to longer and more immersive interactions with the tourism chatbot. One thing Giddy can do is it can actually plan a trip for you. Okay, so I think at the end of this, I'll just, if I have time, I'll do a small demo using ChatGPT. Now, positive brand image. So imagine FCT has Giddy. No other states, I don't even think any country in Africa has anything like this. Okay, so this is good for the brand, and this is going to reflect so well on user. They have the enhanced visitor experience. Giddy ensures visitors have a comprehensive and interactive guide at their fingertips. Overall impact. So the integration of these key features aims to revolutionize the way tourists experience FCT, making their journeys more enriching, memorable, and culturally immersive. So who is the target audience, for Giddy? One, you have local and international tourists, you have travel agencies, we have hospitality industry, educational institutions for virtual learning experiences. I remember I remember those days when we were young, so we used to go for what's it called? Excursions, school excursions. So with Giddy, you can actually have a 3D excursion, for places that you might not be able to visit. So someone, for instance, in Enugu can visit, the students in Enugu can actually have a 3D tour of FCT using Giddy. Projected impact of Giddy. We have economic growth. Of course, there's a boost because with Giddy, there is high user engagement. You have a lot more people, have more information, and they're engaging with it. So you're going to have the expansion in tourism in FCT, and that's going to do the economic growth, boost to local businesses, job creation, business expansion. There's going to be more cultural exchange, even in interacting with Giddy. At least I can interact with Giddy in Hausa, even though I don't know Hausa. In Yoruba, even though I don't know Yoruba. You can, like I said, you can speak over 140 languages. Increased tourism, of course. Now, Giddy is not going to be another hole in the basket. Okay? So Giddy, at the end of the day, we also have a revenue generation model that it can raise money and take care of itself. All it needs is that startup capital to jumpstart it. And of course, the political will to make it happen. So revenue generation strategies, collaboration with businesses. We form partnership with hotels, restaurants, and local businesses. At least, if Giddy is going to recommend your hotel, you might as well give a stipend for it to do that. Commission model, we earn commission for every successful booking or transaction made through the chatbot. There is mutual benefits, create a symbiotic relationship where businesses gain exposure and the chatbot earns revenue. We have premium placements, offer local businesses premium placements, sponsor recommendations, increase visibility. And we have, there are so many ways you can make money from this chatbot, a chatbot like this. We have charged small commissions, and we have data. Okay, so for instance, with Giddy, you are going to, so if you have in a year, we have like 5 million people have interacted with Giddy. That data is there for you to plan, for you to improve, and for you to know what to expect for the next year. They have exclusive travel packages. They have language support services. You can charge people premium for that. Sponsored content and partnerships, merchandising and souvenirs. And by implementing these revenue generation strategies, the AI tourism chatbot Giddy not only enhances the user experience, but also creates multiple streams of income, making it a financially stable and lucrative initiative for both government and local businesses. How much will it cost to set up Giddy? Just 25 million naira, and then 12 million naira yearly. That's all we need. development, implementation, and of course maintenance, ongoing expenses for updates, bug fixes, and server maintenance. What is our proposal? Strategic alignment with government, economic impact, and global image enhancement. Now, alternative funding model. So it's not just government we're looking at, we're also looking at collaborating with private businesses. So public-private partnerships. We have grant opportunities. I'm sure there are a number of 1 or 2 development agencies that will see something like this and will willingly donate money to keep it running. And then you have corporate sponsorship. Proposal outcome. We're looking at a partnership between FCT, between the government and FCT Tourism Volunteers Network to make this happen. The creation of an AI tourism chatbot is a strategic investment with the potential to significantly contribute to the growth of Nigeria's FCT's tourism industry. We believe that government sponsorship will not only support innovation and economic development, but will also position Nigeria as a leading destination in the global tourism landscape. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I said I was going to do something. So we'll see, sorry, just a second. Let's say plan a 1-week trip for me in the FCT.
Please can we clap for Dr. Mark? Thank you for that presentation. And without wasting time, because already we're going very fast, let me now bring on the team lead of the FCT Tourism Volunteer Network. The man who took this thing all and they brought all of us professionals together to just run this together with him. So he's going to come and give us the nitty-gritty of why we're here, and then maybe then give us a hint. If you look over there, you see we have a flyer on that screen that says the 7th of December, which is our Tourism Volunteers Summit. That's going to be taking place on the 7th of December by 11 a.m. And it's going to be in this same place, but then in a bigger theater hall. This one was just an exclusive let's talk. That one will be open to every volunteer and every other people. But for now, let me invite Ambassador Phil Roberts to the microphone.
Okay, so while we prepared that, good evening everybody. We have somebody from NFA, Mr. Mohammed Abdullahi. He wants to say something to us, and after that I will continue my speech. Just 1 minute. Please make welcome Mr. Mohammed.
Thank you very much, Mandate Secretary, the Director, our Royal Father, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, our colleagues, volunteers of tourism in FCT. A round of applause for ourselves. Yeah, just point of correction is Nigeria Olympic Committee, not Nigerian Football Federation. Thank you. I have always wondered how Nigerian food is all over the world. I don't know if any one of us has ever traveled and dared to want to eat Nigerian food. If you have, can I see your hands up, please, with due sense of respect? And I bet you that the moment you leave the shores of this country, for you to be able to eat Nigerian food, you will not need less than at least $2. More than that. I'm just being very, very modest. I think the cheapest food you can ever get outside the shores of Nigeria. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I've always said to myself, each time I leave this country for any event, I always say I thank God I'm in Nigeria, because a lot of things that happen within the shores of this country can never happen anywhere. In terms of pricing, in terms of our approach to issues, in terms of hope and faith in God, in terms of believing that tomorrow I sleep today with 10 naira, I probably will wake up with 10,000 naira tomorrow. It only happens in Nigeria. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm getting it wrong. Yeah. Now, we have well over 200 million people in this country that are indigenous. And each time we go out of this country to organize one event or the other, I keep telling anybody that the best heaven you will ever have, if you are a businessman, if you are an industrialist, if you are a musician, whoever you are, the best market you can get in the whole world is Nigeria. I said to one company in Japan when we had the last Olympic, he said they were producing syringes and they want to come into African market, and that they know we also produce syringes here locally, but one we produce locally here will not be able to, satisfy Nigerian market, and that he want to start coming, bringing in little by little until he enters the market proper. And I said to him, even you cannot satisfy the Nigerian market. The entire, not just you, 10 of you in Japan here can never give us what we want in Nigeria to the fullest. And I said, we have 200 million people. If you produce syringes and every day you make like how much in Japan here? And he said, averagely in a day their company could make about $200,000. And I said, okay, fine. So, and that's to say that maybe on the average, 1/4 of Japanese or people living in Japan will consume your product. And they said, yes, okay, now jumpstart that to Nigeria, where we have 200 million people, and maybe you have to administer 120 million same type of syringes every day. And it was like, wow. So I said, okay, there we go. So if you produce water in Nigeria today, 200 million people, let's even say 150 million people are not interested in your water. And the remaining 50 million wants the water. 25 million cannot afford it because your water is good, the quality of your water. 25 million people cannot afford it. Now you are left with 25 million people. Divide the 25 million again into two. You have 12.5 million. Who are you as an industrial, even if your product is one naira, and you make 25 million naira every day? So why do we joke with the tourism industry? I keep wondering, I'm like, okay, fine, we have oil. And I pray to God that it will last in eternity, if it will ever last in eternity. So tourism industry goes hand in hand with sports. What am I trying to say? Each time, because I'm in charge of hospitality as far as the Olympics is concerned, each time we go out of the country and I go with kitchens. One time we went with Baobab restaurant, another time we went with Mama Cass, and we keep, going with local restaurants to go occupy our house, cook for Nigerians. And I discovered that Nigerian food is an African food. We can eat only Nigerian food. You will have to learn the rope to be able to eat food from Nigeria.
It's true.
This is just the truth. You have to learn the rope to be able to eat Ghanaian food, though they are a bit close to us, but varieties we have in this country, no other country have it. I beat my chest to say that, and I'm not missing words. So we should not joke with the tourism industry. Tourism goes hand in hand with sports. Now when we go for these Olympics, our kitchen every day is always occupied. Ghanaians are ordering for food. People from South Africa are ordering. They are either ordering for jollof rice, or you see somebody eating rice with okra. It sounds awkward. Yeah, my friends from Burkina Faso, we eat rice with okra. That is the order, morning and afternoon and dinner. That's what they eat. People from Nigeria, we eat our tuwo shinkafa. People from Benin Republic, Togo, down to Ghana, we eat our fufu, they will eat our amala, they will eat with wedi soup and the rest of it. We are full and full of varieties. We cannot exhaust it. Let oil not just take our senses away. we should always think outside the box. For those of us who cannot access the oil, we should have something to fall back on. FCT back home here is just too rich. We need to see some discoveries that they posted to us, I think about 3 weeks ago, and I think I sent it to Madam. Please, we need to look inward. We need to do much more better than what we are doing. And congratulations to the FCT volunteer scheme, and thank you very much for this opportunity. I hope to see a lot of us in Paris. If you know how to cook, come and cook for us in Paris. You will make money. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for just giving me my job description now. I'm a chef, sir. And moi, je les folloyer, les you, les goer, les paris. Je comprends le français. Je speak le well. Merci beaucoup. I hope it's your opportunity, Dodge. My wife, neighbor woman. Say, now anywhere you go, if after 15 minutes of discussion, you hear business, jump into it. While he was here speaking, we have the founder and the vice president of Food Crowding Africa. I think this has to do with what you just talked about. We carry food and crowd everywhere. Otumba Adisa, Fapom Honor, this kind of platform. And also we have the president of the Nigerian Belgrade Serbian Chambers of Commerce, Dr. Temitope Gold Olaoye. So now let me leave the floor for Ambassador Phil Roberts to now just take center stage. Let's clap for him.
Okay, good evening once again. I want to apologize for number one, keeping you guys in this condition. I have a problem and I want you guys to forgive me. I don't know how to plan something small. We planned for 15 people, I swear. Otumba is laughing at me. We planned for 15 people. Me and Madam extended it to, let's do 20. And today, look at what is happening here. I'm even ashamed that we have this quality of people and you are seated here. I don't know what to say because we are overwhelmed. I'm sorry. We are so sorry. We are so sorry. We never planned to keep you in this place. We're partnered with Destination Hotel, and guess what? They gave us this place for free. And I also want to let you know that what you see here happen today was made possible by just two great Nigerians. Dr. Dan, please can you stand up? The chairman CEO of Upland. Otumba, stand up. Your Excellency, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. You cannot take a title man to stand up. They single-handedly sponsored everything. Our money is not there. Both of them sponsored everything. So this is what we're talking about, volunteerism. It started like a dream, but you see, we've done what people that have millions of naira cannot do. So I'm just going to tell you something that will help you do more than what Otumba and Dr. Dan can do. So the major focus of today is marketing. Let me be very open and sincere. I brought you guys here for marketing, but quality marketing. And His Royal Highness, the Emir, thank you so much. We don't take this for granted. Thank you so much. And my boss, Dr. Ejike, you surprised me. Mommy Princess, you're a good woman. Dan Tata, these are strong volunteers. Honorable Fadilia, these are strong volunteers that have been doing so many projects. Alice reports, it's okay. So, I'm just going to read my slide and I'm going to be very fast. So I've done a couple of volunteerism projects under the SDG goals, and I'm going to give you the United Nations definition of volunteerism under what we call Orientation 101 on FCT, tourism volunteering. Now, what is the UN definition of volunteering? The term volunteering, volunteerism and voluntary activities is understood to be a wide range of activity undertaken of free will for the general public good, for which monetary reward is not the principal motivating factor. Also, Boomerage.com explained as the act of contributing free labor to conduct community service or support a non-profit organization. It is a principle of donating time and energy towards a greater cause. Volunteering helps change the lives of those in the community as a social responsibility rather than receiving a financial reward. Volunteerism is important because it enables people to help and serve others in a selfless way when individuals take the initiative to help people in the community and support philanthropic causes. It can improve the community as a whole by creating tighter bonds and forming lasting relationships. Plus non-profit organizations can utilize these groups of passionate volunteers to help achieve goals in making the world a better place and a safer place. Now, the main purpose of volunteering to you as a volunteer, all of you here, you have volunteered today because we didn't tell you anything. We just begged you to come and see what we're doing here, and you came because you love your country and you love FCT Abuja. Dan Tata has been doing so much in the north, and we connected. I'm from the south, and we connected through volunteerism. Now, the main purpose of volunteerism to you as a volunteer is number one, gaining new skills, making new friends, mental and physical health and well-being, giving something back to your society, improving your confidence, engage a more diverse range of skills, experience and knowledge, reach more beneficiaries, raise awareness about your organization's cause or the organization you're volunteering for, its profile with what it does, build relationship within the community and contribute to supporting others in your community. Now, types of volunteering. There are many types of volunteering and there are many forms of volunteering, and anyone can be a volunteer. So Tumba, who is the president Afro-Caribbean, he's done so many things, and that is how I knew him. He's been doing so many things. We have number one, corporate volunteerism. This involves employees contributing their time and talents to assist non-profit and other charitable organizations. Number two, volunteerism, student volunteerism. Many students are required to volunteer for a certain number of hours to fulfill requirements for their classes or clubs. In addition, many high school and college students participate in service learning projects which combine elements of education and volunteerism. School-based volunteerism. Schools often rely on volunteer support to take care of their students. Many schools have parent-teacher associations, which we call the PTA, which are alliances between the parents and the school staff members to complete projects that benefit the students. Emergency relief volunteering. Emergency or disaster relief volunteers come into play after a major devastating event, such as an earthquake or hurricane. These volunteers offer health services, cleanup services, and other forms of service during emergencies, such as passing out food, water, and other supplies, just like what is happening in Gaza right now. They are killing people, but we have lots of volunteers there trying to save lives. Community or green volunteering. Now, these volunteers can be anyone looking to help out and contribute their time and efforts to improve their community. This can include those who volunteer at food banks, hospitals, animal shelter, nature center, and other community organizations. Now, I'll stop here as this is where tourism volunteerism emerged from. God bless you all. Now, who is a tourism volunteer? A tourism volunteer is someone who is passionate about developing tourism for the social good of the human race, as he or she understands all these things that I have mentioned with personal competences to demonstrate a strong commitment toward the values and principles of volunteering and respect to diversity. You must respect diversity, people's religion and tradition, culture when you do tourism volunteerism. Now, this set of people are also bring strong personal and organization skills. We have lots of professionals who are members in the Volunteers Network. Now, the profile of the FCT Tourism Volunteers Network. FCT Tourism Volunteers Network is an organization built on the principles of volunteerism and patriotism with dedicated youths with a vision to grow the Abuja tourism sector with respect to promotion of tourism, patriotism, sustainable development through various tourism programs, good governance, and also encourage youths to be patriots of Abuja. Our mandate secretary of the SDS is here today to support us because he understands the place of volunteerism, that you cannot do this alone except you join. Now, the network is designed to be the biggest orientation platform for tourism, education, promotion, advocacy for the protection of our tourist sites, and also help in discovering tourism sites in collaboration with the FCT Tourism Department. And these are pillars. We have 3 pillars that we have built the organization. Number 1, educate. Number 2, advocate. And the last one is promote. Now, our mission to effectively mobilize citizens and stakeholders to develop tourism through education, advocacy, and promotion, aimed at job creation, social cohesion, and increase revenue in the FCT. Our vision, we envisage an FCT where tourism is a major socio-economic activity for wealth creation and social development. And by so doing, we know our mandate secretary will give us more support to achieve that goal. Yeah. So the objectives of this young, vibrant youths in this network is to become a reputable organization or network actively involved in the task of community development through tourism, education, advocacy, and promotion, to produce a new generation of patriotic citizens who would assist in ensuring tourism becomes viable in the FCT, to collaborate with other organizations like you to build a support mechanism for the promotion of tourism in the FCT, to increase the commitment of citizens towards the sector, irrespective of cultural or religious differences, as this will help save our communities and protect our tourist sites. As a platform for various development professionals and partners, we will encourage our members to become self-empowered through the network, to use tourism as a platform for improved diplomatic relation. Our strategies include identification of tourism potentials in the FCT, building partnership with relevant stakeholders and organizations, promote programs that geared towards development, conferences, seminars, roundtable discussion, exhibitions, tours, tourism education, and media engagement. Now, benefits for volunteers is social economic empowerment. That is the benefit for volunteers, because if you're volunteering in a project and you don't see any benefit, you will lose faith, especially when you buy fuel, 650 naira, you won't want to come for another meeting. So we've designed the organization to have different structure. We have the team lead, we have the secretary, we have the treasurer, the financial secretary, head of programs, and we have a whole lot that has been designed for you to know that we are coordinated and we are ready to make things work. Now, we have the media communication strategy, which is a live streaming of all our projects. We've designed the FCT Tourism TV. Can you put your hands together for our media team? And one of the things we've done here today, we've been able to gather a couple of media experts here. One of Abuja's biggest PRO, Alice Report, is here. And can you put your hands together for Alice Report? Now, the reason why I dragged Alice Report to come and sit in this seat so that everybody will see him, he's our biggest PRO expert. He does a lot of things in promoting events in the FCT, and he has never promoted the FCT Tourism Department to promote where he is making his money. So SDS mandate secretary, please take note of this young man. He's a very fantastic man, and he will start working for us as a volunteer. Put your hands for one volunteer today. So we're going to be building a website for optimization of what we're doing. We have our brother that came here to discuss on the AI stuff, and I'm sure by after this, our presentation and this small evangelism we have done here, he will donate a website to us. Put your hands together for him. The AI strategies. Of course, when he does that, it will encourage us to go and hustle 25 million to give to him to do the project. So we've designed digital campaigns and plans that we're going to be doing, and One Voice Africa has been working with us to achieve the videos you see, email and letters. Like when you came in, we took your details. We're going to be sending you a lot of things we're doing. Audio jingles, graphics, online, and a lot of things that we're doing to keep you informed on where we are. Now, what we need a tourism volunteers house. We need a big house where we can keep all our volunteers. We need endorsement, partnership, and sponsorship from you. We need more media buzz. ASO TV is represented live here in this building, and this is the head of programs, Adam Smomo. You see, we are strategic in the people we invited. We brought people that we want to do business with, because ASO TV cannot be in the city of Abuja, and FCT Tourism Volunteers Network will be looking for how can we be on TV. We went as far as opening our own TV on Facebook and trying to see how we can promote FCT. What is the major job of ASO TV? To promote FCT, why wouldn't you help us? Welcome, my brother. God bless you. So we also need a tour bus. Like you know, Mr. Dan, Dr. Dan has supported us, Otumba has supported us. We have different people from different chamber of commerce that is here. My good brother, Mr. Ndu from the American Embassy is here. I know. So even though people just decide to say, okay, to support these young youths that are doing a lot in this FCT on their own, we'll give them a bus, we'll just manage it. So our funding opportunities, we have government, we have different pitches. I am pitching to you right now to tell you that we need help, because these are just a group of young volunteers who are Nigerians like you, trying to see how we can create a change in our own time. We need angel investors that can look at the different projects we're doing on volunteerism and say, we're going to put our money in this. We're trying to see how we can build different partnerships with your organizations. Now, FCT Tourism Volunteers Network is the biggest network when it comes to volunteerism, because we are affiliated to every organization that has to do with volunteerism. And of course, we're working closely with the government. And don't forget, the project is under the tourism department, which is under the office of the SDS, and the mandate secretary has been so supportive. Another way of our funding is grants and donors and crowdfunding. And when I mean crowdfunding, we can just decide and say, oh, these beautiful things you are doing, all of us seated here will give you guys 1 million. It's possible. Joshua, I know you, you're a big mogul in the real estate, but you've not supported this movement. So you can do something for us. So we depend solely on what you guys can give to us to see how we can create the FCT of your dream. Let me let you know, if you volunteers at the back, don't disturb me, I'm marketing. Let me explain to you, if you don't help us as youths to keep us busy, some of us that don't have good minds like this, some people will keep them busy and they will make you not to sleep in the night. So we plead with you to come and see how you can help a lot of these young people, keep them busy to do something that is good, that will help their lives and help the city of FCT, so that the bad people will not take them. Now, going to the next project that has made us to call you guys, because what we want to do is to sell this program to you, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the first ever FCT Tourism Volunteers Summit. Put your hands together. So the FCT Tourism Volunteers Summit, good, my volunteers are already working. You see these guys, they are so passionate, they know what they want, they are not being paid, and they believe that we can have the FCT of our dreams. So we want to have this first ever Tourism Volunteer Summit here in the destination. When we started this project, our people were like, what are we going to do? How do we get funding for this project? How do we make it happen? We know our people, if you don't do it in a good place, they will not come. How can we? I say, don't worry, we are volunteers, and as long as we are pushing a good cause, anything that we are doing, as long as God sees our hearts and we know that we want to achieve this project, God will bring the right set of people to make it work. We're not like, oh, can we do it in arts and culture? I'm like, I know the quality of people that are in the volunteerism sector, that are in the tourism sector. If we invite some of these people, will they come to arts and culture for the quality of what we want to do? Arts and culture is a beautiful place, but we think that, can't we do it in Transcorp? Can't we do it in Sheraton? Can't we do it in so place? While we get people to also see how we can support our secretariat there in arts and culture. And I say, guess what? We'll approach one beautiful hotel. I've never been here before. And I say, let's go to Destination Hotel and speak to them. One of our brothers, Bello, caught the fire. And we came here and we say, we are from FCT Tourism Department. We want to do the biggest tourism volunteers programs here. And they were looking at us. We say, yes, we want to do it here because we believe if we do this program here, anytime you have problem with FCT, the department will support you. That one caught their attention. So we say, okay, just give us a very beautiful hall. Give us a very beautiful hall that we will do this project. We'll bring the mandate secretary to this place. Have you met the mandate secretary? That's why they don't remember. They say, we used to have different people bring different papers to us. AMAC, this one. I say, if you give us your venue, these people will come here and you have relationship. They say, okay, when do you want to do it? We told them. Guess what? 2 days or 3 days later, they say, please come and take the hall and do for free. And the hall is costing 1.2 million. And guess what? They gave us the hall for free. Please, can you help us celebrate the management of Destination? So the hall that we are going to do first of all, for you to know that this project is going to be happening here, live. Like I told you, number one thing that they have shown their capacity to support us is they gave us this one. This one cost about 300 to 500,000. We're not paying for it. They gave us for free to show us that they want to give us that one. So to let you know that the hall we are using for the 7th of December is a bigger and a better hall. You're not going to be seated like this. So we are believing that on that day, we're going to be doing something that is going to shake the whole of FCT, because volunteers are going to be coming together to do the first ever volunteer summit on tourism. We've done a couple of projects before on volunteerism through my boss, Dr. AGK, but this one is different because it's on tourism. And that is why we have called you guys here, because the volunteers network is divided into two. Number one, if you want to join the FCT volunteers network, we have the network itself, which is for the volunteers, which is for the youth. In fact, everybody here now is under the volunteers network. But if you want to progress to the next one, which is called the FCT Tourism Ambassadors. The ambassadors are people who are giving back to the society in a different way. Like somebody like Otumba and Dr. Dan, who have sponsored our program here, are already qualified to be our ambassadors. So we want to bring more people into that space of being an ambassador to see how we can do more in our project and achieve a whole lot that we want to do. We cannot do anything on our own as youths, because the program is going to be costing us so much. So that's why we need more ambassadors to join and see how we can promote FCT. And this is what we're going to be needing to do that project. Now, we're going to be needing your partnership and sponsorship for the forthcoming project. What we need the venue management, because we've gotten the hall already. We need multimedia, sound, lights, LED screens, stage, decoration, video, branding, and all of that. So let me go to where the money is so that you will see. So this one is more important than that first one, because this one has money. So this one says the venue management, the multimedia, the sound, the screen, the decoration, the roll-up stand, printing and everything. We have a friend here who is he's into printing. Bosco, can you let him say? Yes. Stand up. They can see you. You don't know these people here. Bosco is into printing. He has billboards. He has everything. So we believe that with this project, you can just say, Phil, because of the fantastic thing you guys are doing, I will print all your flyers for you and banners. Bosco, will you do that for us? Oh, good. So we're going to be printing lots of letters. We're going to be printing banners. We're going to be printing invitation cards. Of course, we've shared a couple of things. This is one of the things we are printing. And printing alone, Bosco, let me look for where printing is. Okay, banner, 200,000, roll-up stand. So if Bosco is going to be printing stuff for us that is going to be costing about 500,000 or 1 million, that is huge support to the FCT Tourism Department. So thank you so much for deciding to sponsor that. For those of you that I have not mentioned your name, you can just look at this thing now and see what is on the screen to see how we can have the biggest FCT Tourism Summit. Now the project is big. We're planning to invite 5 governors. We're already in talks with somebody that wants to link us up with the governor of Plateau State. Somebody's already talking to somebody with the governor of Kano State. We're already trying to get somebody for Bauchi State. We just want to get 5 governors. And if you are here, you have connection with those governors to see how they can come. Because what we want to do is to see how we can do like tourism copy and paste. We want to invite them in their states to come to FCT and copy what we are doing and go and replicate there. We want to see how, and when they come to copy it, they will now expand what FCT is doing in tourism. Like Cross River is doing so well. If we all can decide to say we want to go to Cross River to go and understudy what they are doing, and they come here and that movement up and down is already tourism here for us in FCT. People are going to be spending money will be moving hand in the various destinations. My volunteers are disturbing me. You see, that's what I'm saying. So when they come here, imagine somebody is in one of our destination sites that we have discovered, and we decide to move to that place on one of our tours, because we're going to be planning a lot of tours with you. And in that destination site, we're going to be having people cooking. Women are cooking. Women are selling. There are hotels there. Those hotels will be making money. Pure water is moving. Entertainment industry is good, because in all our tours that we're going to be doing, we're working closely with the entertainment industry. Please, DJ Cool, please can you stand up for recognition? That's the president of DJ Association of Nigeria. Put your hands together for him. So we're working closely with the entertainment industry here in the city of Abuja. And we want to change the narrative. We want to make tourism now fun. So before this program, we're going to visit a couple of sites. And in all of those sites we're going to visit, we're going to have small concerts to see how we can spark up a fire in that place so that business can start in all those places. We want to now change those tourists. Listen, we will now use all of these projects we are doing to change those tourist sites to tourist destinations. So that is what we're doing. And we cannot do this alone. The only way we can achieve this is because of people like you. We need more ideas. We are young, and most times we can misfire. But because of your fatherly advice and your experience, you can put us in the way we can do things, and that is why we call you our ambassadors. Yeah, you can clap for that. So on this note, I want to say thank you to everybody that has come here for this event. We want to see how we can have partnership with you to have the biggest FCT Tourism Volunteer Summit on the 7th of December. And lastly, we're planning our inauguration of the FCT Tourism Volunteers Network in February. We have to push it to February. Now, on that day, we want to officially inaugurate the network and also inaugurate ambassadors. And the person that is going to be doing that inauguration is nobody but the FCT minister himself. So we want on that, yeah, you can put your hands together. So we want that on that day when the FCT minister will be inaugurating us, he will not see a set of young volunteers. He wants to see people that when you mention your name, maybe before the inauguration, we'll have a courtesy visit to visit him. And maybe the Monday secretary introduces us to him and he hears some kind of portfolio. He will know that these people are serious people. These people are not looking for what they will eat. They're not looking for who will help them, but they're looking for how can we give back to the FCT. So that is what we are looking. So it's a different network. It's a different network of people who are passionate, who are progress-driven, who want to see a change in our city called FCT. And I believe that after this small evangelistic lecture, there will be another level of salvation in the FCT for moving volunteerism through tourism to the next side. God bless you for coming tonight. And before I hand over to the MC, Abuja PR, thank you for coming. Madam King, God bless you. Thank you for giving us your media support here. God bless you. I love you. Your hair looks good too. Nike Art Gallery. Is it Nike Art Gallery? Thank you all for coming. Right? And if I didn't mention Honorable Fadila, God bless you. And for all of you that have come here to support you, if I miss your name, just know that the light is on my eyes, so I didn't see you very well. Please enjoy today's meal. And for our volunteers that have come from the various area councils, so we designed a structure to take this message to the grassroots. Please, can they start getting the food ready? So we designed a structure to take the message to the grassroots. So we have 3 cadres. One of them is the Volunteers Network. The other one is the FCT Tourism Ambassadors. Then the last one is the Area Council Tourism Development Champions. So these Area Council Tourism Development Champions, their job is to take our 3 pillars, which is educate, advocate, and promote. It's like a door-to-door evangelism on this our volunteering movement on tourism. Because if you go to those various sites for tourism, is in those area councils, and a lot of these people don't know what to do with it. So, like most times you see on social media that somebody in Bayelsa caught a white whale or a blue whale and killed it, and they use it to do pepper soup. So those are some of the things we want to change the narrative to explain to these people that this is what tourism is all about, and they can make millions even in their area council. So for all the area council tourism development champions that are here, I say God bless you, and God bless you for the good work you are doing. And lastly, to my boss, Madam Anne, thank you so much for what you've done for us, and may God continue to bless you for the support you've given to this great youth. We say, may God bless you, may God bless you, may God bless you. And so our mandate secretary, Honorable, you know, when we met you that day, before we even came, you had already accepted us, because you just saw that these are youths who are wanting to do something great. We want to assure you that, you see these people that came here, to show you that they believe in what we are doing. I don't want to say me, they will not disappoint you. See all of them. Look at their face, they are not going to disappoint. And for every staff of the FCT Tourism Department, can you be on your feet? DJ, can you get that song ready? Every staff, can you put your hands together for these wonderful people? These are the people that have been promoting tourism in FCT. Can you celebrate them? Just celebrate them, celebrate them, celebrate them, celebrate them. God bless you. Stop. Thank you all for the good work you have been doing. We want to let you know that the game has changed. These people have come to help you, to join you and continue the good works you are doing. They saw the good works you are doing. That is why they all came through Mama to join you. We want to let you know that a new day has come, and going forward, anytime that the minister sees your file or whatever from your department or your memo, is going to be something good. God bless all of you for what you've been doing. Thank you so much. Then lastly, to all the volunteers in the house, can you stand up, please? I don't mean you that we invited. I mean the real volunteers first. Okay, so can you all just look at these wonderful people? Okay, these are our new converts. You see these great people here, they're the ones that put up this project. They put up this program, the planning and everything. They made it happen. We are plenty, forget it, we are over 200 and something on the group, right? 270. Yeah, we are plenty. How we got them, we don't know. We don't know how we got them. But we decided that these ones should come here today for you to see the quality. If I give them microphones now to tell, okay, Mama, please just tell them who you are.
My name is Mrs. Bridget Akamai Mundum, the Acting Director, Curatorial Services, National Gallery of Art. And there's going to be a free exhibition of contemporary Nigerian art on the day of the summit. Thank you.
Okay, that's her contribution. You can sit down, volunteer. So imagine this one person, I gave her the mic. You see her portfolio. So you know the ones that are standing. We have Poland Entertainment and all of that. All of you that have been doing this great work, we say God bless you and may you continue to support us. While these new volunteers we enter that will go into the ambassadorial. We say thank you all for what you're doing. And before I give the mic to the MC, I just want to play a song to use it to wrap up this thing so that it will not bring this, our presentation down. DJ, play the song. Thank you. Increase it. Increase it. One world, one national people. Yeah, increase it a little. One word, one nation, one people. Hold my hands. Listen. When nation fight against nation, religion and tribal world. Children die and suffer hunger in their lands. Let's live for one another. We can ride on. We can ride on. For Africa, we can stand. We can stand as one. Where my volunteers go? Hold my hands, help me stand from the ashes of my past. As we stand, let's walk together. We can make it to the end. Hold my hands, help me stand from the ashes of my past. As we stand, let's walk together. We can make it to the end. Hold my hand. You can wave the hands. DJ, increase it. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Listen. One world, one Africa, one people. Let's come together. We can make things work again. I believe in the power of unity. Hold me close. We can make it to the end. We can ride on.
my past. As we stand, let's walk together. We can make it to the end. Hold my hand, help me stand from the ashes of my past. As we stand, let's walk together. We can make it to the end. Hold my hand, help me stand from the ashes of my past. As we stand, let's walk together. We can make it to the end. Hold my hand. God bless you.
Please, we can do better, we can do better. For Ambassador Phil Roberts. If there's something, the young man would never want to blow his trumpet. But you see all of us professionals that are standing here, he only needed to just make one phone call to most of us because we trust his integrity, we trust who the young man is. He immediately called all of us out. We just said, brother, we're running with you. None of us has asked him how much are we making, how much is going to pay us. But we've all come out to support this cause. This will be permanently on the board. It's very important. It's our marketing strategy. Please check it out. Some things no day we still go at media day. That's newspaper, print, and other things. So please, as we are talking and eating, be thinking. See, our printer has given us printing worth over 1 million. Somebody needs to give us the billboard to paste it. Somebody needs to give us. We need plenty things. We need una passos. They asked me at the interview point there, why are you a volunteer? I said it's just to change the narrative. Because everywhere we go around the world, they say Nigeria is this, Nigeria is bad. They just paint us every color. Now we want to change the narrative. Our former minister, late minister, said Nigeria, great nation, good people. We want to prove that to the world. So we got Olympic. Volunteers, they go Paris. Because we have to go and tell them the story. We have volunteer in Paris for them to know what volunteerism is all about.
The reason why we are here today is we're trying to see how we can create a new wave of volunteerism. We're trying to bring a new strategy to promote tourism in the city of Abuja. We've brought in major stakeholders from different walks of life. People who are doing businesses in, mention it. We brought them here because tourism is big and tourism is diverse. So we're trying to see how we can get people who understand what we're doing, who are passionate about promoting the FCT that we want, an FCT that can live, that can be beautiful for our children to see. So we decided to bring up this strategy to bring up volunteers who want to volunteer to promote tourism in the city of FCT, in the city of Abuja. That is why we came here. We are all volunteers and we are here to see how we can make a new FCT work. So achieving this, we have designed different strategies to get our messages to the grassroots. The network is called the FCT Tourism Volunteers Network. We have members in the 6 area councils, and those members are called the Area Council Tourism Development Champions. So people are all registering, they are being part of it. So if you want to be part of the FCT Tourism Volunteers Network to bring something new to join this great wave that's happening, all you need to do is to come to the FCT Tourism Department in the Arts and Culture in Area 10 and register. You're not paying anything. All we just need you to do is to volunteer, bring new ideas, join this band, these great men of so much creativity to bring something new to FCT.
Of course, we talked about having people at the local level, which are known as champions. We'll also be hearing about the volunteers, ambassadors, hearing the volunteer, So tell us what.
Okay, so there are 2 levels of this project. Number 1 is the volunteers network. You have to join the volunteers network first of all. These are the network of young people who are skilled in different areas. No matter what you do, as long as you are young and you are skilled, that is the first level you join as be a volunteer. And the second level is that when we see your commitment to what we do, like the civil servant, the high-end businessmen, politicians, and all of those things, there's another level where you now become an ambassador. So there is a volunteer level, which is the first first level. Then the second level is the ambassadors. Then when you join the ambassadorial level, it's like having a badge of someone who has achieved so much in the FCT Tourism Volunteers Network, looking at your legacy, looking at your support, and seeing what you've done to bring succor to the FCT volunteerism. That is where we'll now make you an ambassador. And guess what? There are a lot of benefits of being an ambassador of the FCT Volunteers Network.
Please take note, very important. So please, earlier on we did recognize a friend of ours who is a consultant and local cultural partner with the United States of American Embassy. He's not a staff, correction, so that you don't go and ask him for visa. He's just consulting for them, which also makes you a staff. But if you consult, you can still recommend. Am I lying? If you consult, you can recommend. Is it Ndo White? Ndo White, thank you very much. Please, without much ado, we cannot do this without taking the blessings of a royal father. Because you see, they are the custodians of all these things we want to do. And if we don't get the royal blessing because we are Africans and we believe in our tradition, so our royal father will come and put a stamp of authority. Once he put the stamp of authority on this, Allah, nothing can stop us. Please, let's welcome. He is His Royal Highness, the Sepegi of Garki, Abuja, Sapei of Garki, Sapei, Alaji, Dr. Usman Nda Kopi, please.
Let us see that. Our Mandate Secretary of Social Development, the Director, our facilitators who sponsor this program, the volunteers, other members that are here. Good evening to all of us. I want to start by thanking Almighty Allah for sparing our life to witness this program. I also want to thank our volunteers for organizing this gigantic project. God will be with you. Well, don't mind me, I'm a tallest person here. Actually, this project has come at the right time, in the sense that Nigeria has been classified as one of the model economic country, and the government of today has come to diversify the economy of this country. And it is all of us Nigerians that we are expected to join hands to push in the right perspective to boost the economy of this state. Tourism is one of the pillars of a nation's economy. There are so many states or so many nations that they rely on tourism, and they are making it and they have excelled. But Nigeria, we are still there. We are not moved because we relied on oil. And the oil has become like a cost to the nation. So I think tourism and use the people who are volunteer to allow us as Nigerians to know the importance and the value of tourism. I think I have to say kudos to you people. I've traveled a little while myself, and I know the impact of other nations, what they have derived in tourism. I remember some few years ago, I was in South Korea, and that is the capital of Seoul. I nearly died there. Died in the sense that the weather and the types of food they prepared there. So you can imagine, I was not having balance that I was only going with this Irish potato being fried, was not the only food I was taking. And the weather that was too cold. Immediately I came back, I had to be hospitalized. Because of what? Of being stabbed, and what do you call it? I become so weak. In fact, I think I decided to revive myself when I came down to this country. Is this Qatar, whereby there was a little weather, and I revived completely when I came to Ethiopia, when we came to African weather. And I remember also I've been to Gambia, Senegal, and Ghana. They're also surviving on tourism. So what do we need to do? I want to draw the attention of our mandate secretary that we need to go back to the national body. That is Minister of Tourism. They have to come out in enlighten Nigerians, especially the bourgeoisie, those who have the means. They have been going out on daily basis. They see what they drive on tourism. What has gone wrong that we cannot be able to push in the right perspective? After all, we are now moving technology. There will be time the fuel will not be used. I'm not understanding there are some cars now that they don't even need fuel, isn't it? So I think we need to move fast. We need to understand that tourism is one of the most important lucrative aspects that will boost the economy of this state. And when I come back home, I'm Monday Secretary. Why I decided to ask you to remain here? You shouldn't go out. I mean, there are so many volunteers here, but I don't know whether we have the indigenous people who are here, except that I'm the only person that I'm going to join you people. So I told us that at least we should have, when we want to achieve much, the indigenous people. And Abuja per se is very rich in culture, norms and values. They are there, we are there, on ground. But my dear secretary, Mr. Project, our minister, I want you to let him know that Abuja is rich. You can start from our own palaces. Once the beautiful palaces are built, I think it's also served as a historical. I remember the other time when I went to UK and I was advised by some of our Nigerians that if I'm in London and I'm not going to the palace, Queen Palace, that means I'm not going to anywhere. And I was carried to that place and I see how many people want so humans all over the world going, we are there. In fact, I started asking myself, what is wrong with us Nigerians? We have so many places that we have emirs, we have orbis, which are beautiful palaces, and we are not using the taps and get something out from that place. So, I'm a mandate secretary. We have so many historical places in Abuja that we could be able to tap a lot of resources that will boost the economic of Abuja. Take for instance, like Gariki itself, we have a place that unifies all of us. But one here at the legislative quarters, this is the area where my ancestors came and resided there. So, Mandate Secretary, please, I will hammer on you. There are so many historical places that you have to preserve, and you have to pass the message to our minister, so that at least it will also serve a source of income to not only Abuja but the nation. And then I also want to use this opportunity to say I want to thank you people who have no other country to call our own. There's this great nation. I want to also advise Mandate Secretary, pay attention here, my dear brother. We have something to do. And my people who are been facilitating this organization, we cannot achieve much without collaborating with the security agencies. Because wherever there's no security in any nation, in any state, in any community, you know tourism will not work. So please, I thought some security men would have been here, I don't know. So we need to get the attention. Okay, please, thank you very much. So we need to get some security men who will assist and be part and parcel of this project. They will be the one who will collaborate. And not only that, not only the government parastatal, we have so many giant industries here, like Julius Baja, Dantata and Sao. They are here. We have other international people who have their own industries here. They are here exploiting us. I'm sorry to use that word, but I have to say it. They are here exploiting us, making a lot of money. So what is wrong that we cannot invite them? Let them contribute their own quotas. We want to boost the economy of this state, Nigeria and Abuja. So that this, like the other ambassador feel, I've just said, a lot of youths are roaming about, having become a threat to us in this country because they don't have something doing. And Nigerians, we are intelligent, we are gifted. I've been saying it on a daily basis. We lack nothing. Nigeria has been blessed with both human and natural resources. Our only challenge, we have refused to utilize the two. So in a nutshell, I hope I want to say Nigeria belongs to all of us. And you people that have decided to create, to initiate, to see how we can diversify the economy of this state, Nigeria, and coming back home, Abuja. I do appreciate you people. God bless you people. Particularly my brother that I'm not understand the reason who use their fund, million will multiply for you. And with that we decide to also come and join people. God will also bless all of us. So, and I hope a committee should be well put on ground, whereby this message that we had rightly been said will be put on ground from top to the bottom. We, being the custodians of people, we are here, we are for you. We will assist you to see that this message is passed to the grassroots. And I'm sure Mr. President, our Minister and the Minister of State will be ever ready to receive you people. I'm sure. I'm sorry to my Mother Secretary. I'm sure once this message is part of our Minister, he will receive you. And I hope Mother Secretary try to see what he could do so that if you want me to be part of the members, we'll see him so that we'll pass the message to our Minister. So once more, I want to say thank you for also inviting me to be part of you people. You know, at least we are the custodians of the people, the culture, norms and value, and we are ever ready to preserve and protect our natural and cultural heritage. God bless you. I appreciate it.
What's your advice to the volunteers?
Well, like I said, I want to sincerely congratulate the volunteers for making the tourism to be a reality. It's a non-governmental organization which is meant to encourage, to motivate other Nigerians, especially those who have the means, to come out and invest in the area of tourism. Because tourism is one of the aspects of source of income, and the government of today has just come to diversify the economy of this country. So I want to draw the attention of the volunteers. Please let them continue, whatever been the challenges, let them try all they could to see how they could be able to address the challenges. And I also want the government also, especially the Ministry of Tourism, to come on media houses to enlighten our people, to see the value of what it takes about the tourism. Let them invest in their own country, especially those who have the means, the bourgeoisie, they should invest in this country, in the area of tourism sector. They have been going out on daily basis to other countries. They see what it takes. We have decided to remain with the oil sector as a mono-economic aspect. It's not doing us good. So please let them invest. Let us invest in our nation.